Hello, hello. All right, I forgot audio again, just to get things fixed out. My bad, I've been talking for 5 minutes with no audio. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let's try this again. All right, big red candle starting out the day. I'm dual charting things on the SPY and the QQQ. Hope this works now. Let me know if it doesn't work. Anyway, going through here. So I've got SPY and QQ sitting up right here. We got things downtrend. Q is a little more linear in the downtrend right here than the SPY right here. And then of course, SPY on the top here has been chopping around a little bit more, but both still ending up in a red candle right at the open. Yep, sorry, I did have some audio issues. This is the new system getting caught up, but that should be going away. Awesome stuff. We are on the new computer. Still on one monitor, though. The new cables don't come in till tomorrow, and the new table doesn't come in until this week. So I'm still on one monitor, but I am on the new computer, so things are much, much faster. Upload streams are a lot better. I think 350 megs hit on the upload this morning. So things are doing good. Currently looking at the morning session here. Definitely things are looking weak right off to the gate. I just want to see how things play out. What's up, John? How's it going? Good morning, all. Thank y'all for being here. It's been an awesome, awesome weekend. I hope y'all had an awesome weekend too. Rested up, did some time, spending some time with the family, friends, and get ready for a nice week. We are on the new computer farm, D. Yep. That's right, Toon PZ. Don't forget to smile. Currently looking at June 18th, 426 calls. June 18th, 422 puts. I'll adjust those as needed here. Just looking at this little low volume pitter-patter stuff. See how the morning shakes out. It appears today is going to be another range day, another nice little boring range day. I think we had the past few days, unfortunately. So we will play the ranges as needed. And it looks like the theta players will win out again today, if I had to guess. I'm going to take a look at the options chain here, just figure out, just make sure I'm narrowing down my deltas. All right, so we're not offering a June 18th. Yeah, we are. Okay, right there. Good. That does. June 18th. All right. Good morning, Jay Sunday. How's it going? Timothy Jake, how's it going, buddy? MMA Hype Watch, what's going on? Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate it. And we're going to wait for at least I'm going to wait for the morning session here to shake out, which is 9:05 Central and then 10:05 Eastern Time. Sorry about that. I'm back. I had to flip over the batch of pancakes I've got making for the kids there. But I am back right now. Things are chopping right in this range. After that big red candle, kind of consolidating right here at this 423.83 level. Things are shaking and baking. Shaking and baking. Yep, so on the top left here, I've got SPY. On the bottom, I've got QQQ. I'm just going to try to do dual charting here so I can keep a very astute attention to detail on both these, since I look at QQQ all the time anyway. Yeah, see, when I make it full screen, it chops off this side of things, because right now I've got such a wide screen that the streaming software I use don't use the whole screen. It only uses partial. So shaking and pancaking, that's right. There's a QQQ. Once I get 2 screens set up this week, I will do my best to maximize the screen view. I feel you, though. Kind of thinking 423.50 before we establish the bottom, that gap up from a couple of pre-market sites back in the field. Yep, that's right. So 423.50, I mean, that's just going to be, I think that'll be the bottom if we have a range day, that could potentially be the bottom. But if we break that, you know, of course, I look a lot at the point of controls and I look at the volume profiles here. Let's go out to the 1 month and truly look around here. I'm going to delete that. That's last week's. All right, so the big point of control in the 1 month is down here at 422.30. That's because it's a strong chop session. But then look at the interesting correlation here. We were chopping right around the high from June 1st. So we rejected that high, came down, and then we can't really break it. You know, we did that point of control. It's oscillating right around the point of control there, so there's a lot of volume here. And now if we come back down to that, watch that for a bounce. Trading SPYs, Qs, and making pancakes. That's right, Chris. Got to octopus arms a few things if you want to be successful. Interesting. Okay, looking here. So I want to take a look at the implied volatility. Just bear with me one moment here. All right, the implied volatility for these puts, the 422s, the June 18 422s, is 1217, which is a little higher than it was last week. The implied volatility was down a little bit. It's up a little bit more, which is still low. 12% is still low. I'm not worried about that at all. But I did notice a slightly higher premium cost. So right now they're trading $1.92 each, $1.95 each for the June 18th 422 puts. I'm going to zoom here to kind of see if we can see that. I want to extrapolate that so you can see a little bit more. There you go. Try peanut butter pancakes. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. What setup indicators for the Q? It should be the same ones. It should be the same ones. Actually, it's not. Okay, this is the first time I've dual screened, so it's not the same ones. I'll have to set up my indicators for both. I'll do that another time though, or at least when we get a break in the action. I want to make sure I'm watching my indicators right now. Delta is negative 45 on those. Yep, that's correct. That's correct. Which comes out to a 23% gain on those. 23% gain. So definitely the premiums are a little higher than usual. Love peanut butter. Me too. Me too. Man, we had while we're waiting for the break here, we had a fantastic increase in Patreon memberships this past weekend. I finally I'm wrapping up the personal budgeting tool, which in my opinion is my best work. I've been working on this thing for 8 years, about 10 years actually, honestly. I use it for my personal budgeting, and over the years, and as I've gotten better and better at Excel, at work I'm known as a bit of an Excel guru, and I've put all those tools into this Excel sheet over the years, and I've made an awesome personal finance tool that I'm very happy with, and I've always wondered about selling it. And of course, now that I've got this online presence, it's something I can offer to the Patreon members. So I started teasing that. It's almost ready. I perfected a few things that makes it more applicable to the masses instead of just myself. And it's almost ready for release. I can't wait to get that out to you. So it seems like a lot of people want to have that. As well, as I'm on the 30-minute chart here, let's go back to the daily chart so we can get some more movement while I'm talking. Here we go. Yeah, so that and plus the podcast, man. We got a couple of the different podcast episodes recorded. We got number 3 coming out this week on Thursday, and it's good. There's a lot of great stuff, man. A lot of great stuff. So I was very happy to see a huge uptick in Patreon memberships. Just people are coming out to support it. They like what they see, and that's what I want. So I want people to be happy. Am I testing out the hike and ashes on the Qs? I am not taking. I guess those are hike and ashes. Yep. Didn't mean to put those on there. So let's go with the candles. Made a nice 5% this morning. Nice. Strat through the mesa boogie. Great job. Great job. All right, so we're currently bouncing up away from the red candle that we came up here, just buying that thing right back up. Are you selling your sheet at a premium for Patreon members, or is it included in the membership? Nope, it'll be included in the Patreon membership. Let's break the top of that range. I hope so, John. What's up, Henny? How you doing? How many people we got on here this morning? 45 people watching this morning. Let's see if we can pump those with rookie numbers. Let's see if we can get those numbers up. I'll be announcing a lot of different stuff this week, a lot of changes, a lot of progress I have for the group coming up in the future. One of which I'll post in the room. One of which, going forward this week and from now on, I will only be streaming on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. No longer on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Those days are going to be my content creation days to really dive in and make this better. So this is it's just a step for me to bring y'all a better product. And plus, it'll create a nice structured schedule. People can plan on signing on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays and listen to the live stream. Got a couple of announcements here I'll be posting in the room today, so be on the lookout for that. And as I'm yapping, currently approaching the point of control line, which is the 424.24 level. And we're close to rejecting that. EMAs are currently on the uptrend, VWAP on the same. And I'm going to extrapolate this a little bit so we can see some more price action. I'm on a 3-minute chart here on the SPY. And I want to take a look around the market. XLK, beasting right now. The QQQ. Oh, I don't need to do that anymore. I've got that on the bottom. Let's take a look at XLF. XLF is two big red candles here. And we're starting to get a few dojis here at the bottom. All the other sectors, XLB is red. XLE is going upwards. All of FAANG is green. Google's 0.09, Netflix up 1.21, Tesla, no surprise there. They're usually up 2% or down 2%, it seems. They're not really anywhere in the middle. And Apple's 1.15. So interesting stuff. What are the bonds doing? 20-year bonds are down. And, of course, the VIX, the good old VIX. Popped up a little bit to 1629. And there you go. So very much a blah-looking day at the moment so far. We talk a little bit about the comparison of liquidity between SPYs and the Qs. Yeah, SPY is going to have a little more liquidity. It's just a larger traded thing. However, Qs are still very much liquid. I'm still very much happy following those. And you should do the same. I wouldn't have any qualms with liquidity on Qs if that's what you're asking. Smash that like. What's up, Ian? Yeah, smash that like button for sure. If you're new to the channel, which a lot of people are, a lot of people, like this video, subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications on all future educational content as well as the live streams that you're hearing right now. If you're not a part of the Discord, go over and join the Discord, man. A lot of great people, a lot of great resources, and it's only getting better. Day by day, it's only getting better. And of course, we got the Patreon membership that we've already talked about. Join that Patreon. A lot of great perks of being a Patreon member. Not only do you support the community and allow us to grow to reach more people, but you get a little something along the way. All right, so let's take a look at the XLK. XLK is definitely beasting right now. The Qs are going alongside with it. SPY is kind of funneling about here, I would assume, because the XLF financial sector is tanking and bringing it with it. But the Qs are very much strong today. Very much strong. Financials, yep, financials. What are the relation between SPY and the 20-year bonds? It depends. It depends. You have to look at the VIX. You have to look at the VIX. It's not necessarily inversely correlated, but you have to look at the VIX. All right, SPY is currently on the downtrend here. Right here, let's take that SPY. Rejected the POC on the 3-minute chart, which is a strong POC there. Green market, red SPY. You got to love it. Well, yep, so far the big indicator is that XLF. It's just waning down. But, you know, the Qs are very strong this morning. At least right off the gate. We'll see how the day plays out, but right off the gate, they're pretty strong. Right here. And let's go watch list. Someone asked me to push the watch list up here. Sure, I'm not in any position right now, but let's say June 18th, 426 calls. There you go. No position yet. Right there. Big red candles forming here. So the Q's right here, right up here at 431.59, right after the 342.86. And I want to put the volume profile on this one as well. That is an important one. Let's see here. KV4 coins. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Booyah. All right, so the 422 puts I'm looking at are currently trading at $2.11. That's up from $1.93 I was looking at this morning. Obviously, current no position yet, but that's what I was looking at. SPYs here in the 3-minute chart. Let's look at the EMAs here. Right at VWAP, 8 EMA is definitely above the 21 and the 34, bouncing off the 8, heading up. I'm just looking at the Qs now, hombre. Just looking at the Qs. I monitor the Qs anyway for the market sentiment. And instead of flipping back and forth 800 times a day, I thought I would just co-stream them, bring them up. Qs sold off. I would say sold off. There's definitely a red candle on there, getting bought up right now on the green. So we're going in puts. Let's be more aggressive. I think we waited too long these past few positions for movement flips. Let's win today. I agree, Cammy. Let's win. It's hard to be aggressive though when there's little volume. On chop days, when you're at all-time highs with low volume, it's hard to be aggressive because there's no conviction. So that's what you have to be careful. And of course, we go through periods in this. There's times I'm more aggressive than others, and sometimes I'm sitting on my hands more. And when there's low confidence, I tend to be a little more selective. But if we see a play, we'll take it. That's the problem with the watch list. When I put it on the wrong one, I got to retype it. Watch list, June 18th, 426 calls, June 18th, 422 puts, no position. There you go. Big red candle forming here. Right there. Let's go into, nope, I don't want that one. I don't want the 5-minute here. Just kind of extrapolate out here, go a little further out to develop trends. And if you look at the 5-minute, on the 8 EMA, the 5-minute chart, we're right below it right now. Looks like we're almost rejecting the 8 EMA. Didn't quite get there. That's right, Ian. That's right. You got to take your gains and move out. VIX is slowly increasing, which is traditionally a bad sign for the SPY, especially on days like today where it's heavy. All right, Mickey Mog Mao says, how do you determine which call or put? Looking at price delta or something. Oh, initially, yes, I formed the strategy based on the deltas. And that drove me to a certain premium price, which is about the $2 range. Anywhere from $1.50, $60 to $2, I stay in that range. And now I usually stay within that range, and it puts me at the deltas I want, which is anywhere from 3.5 to 4.2, 4.3 delta, it puts me in the exact risk tolerance I want. It allows the stock price to breathe, doesn't freak me out, doesn't make me uncomfortable. It's based on my level, my propensity for movement, my risk tolerance. So that's where I've dialed down from there. Now, I double check the deltas to make sure. In the shorter position, I want to look at delta. If I want to look at a longer position, or when I start swinging positions again, I'll start bringing gamma back into the equation because gamma is very important. But if you're only in for a quick scalp, you don't need to look at gamma. Just take a look at the deltas. But yeah, the deltas and the price premium is what I'm really looking at. And then of course, on days like today, I look at the implied volatility because I noticed that the premium is a little bit higher than last week. So I look at that implied volatility, and the implied volatility is a little higher than last week. So that tells me the market's expecting is expecting a big move this week, in one way or the other. Higher implied volatility means the market is pricing in an expected move. An expected move. The skew is very high, almost at 160. The VIX is starting to increase, so everything's on the board for a downward move, and that's what I want to look for. SPY is currently trading somewhat flat right now in this little bitty range here. I'm going to go ahead and put some preemptive lines just for a visual aid right there. I'm going to change those to yellow.
Okay, docking DJ Roomba.
Got to dock DJ Roomba. All right, so looking around the market here, XLK is on this little increase, but consolidating here after those three big green candles here to the side. SPY right there. Another red candle forming on the 5-minute chart. Let's go back to the 3. Right here. DJ Roomba. Possibly Zenko. Possibly. Nope, June 18th. June 18th, Toasty SPY. Big red candles forming here on the Q's end on the SPY. I'm waiting to see if it bounces off this point of control, or the volume node, not the point of control. And I want to take a look at the 1 month chart. Let's go out to the 1 month and take a look at where things are. Now, let's go to the auto adjust. Bam, right there. Zoom in just a touch. Now, this point of control is coincidentally, or not coincidentally, centered at June 1st when we popped off all-time highs. At the time, it was all-time highs and dropped down. And then, all last week and the week before, we have been chopping right in this range. Right on this point of control. And there's no coincidence there that this is the point where we are staying. We kind of popped up above it here. We're pitter-patter about on this low volume nonsense. And that's where we want to take a look at. There's no volume to bring this up or down, so buyers or sellers are just not really interested in this crap until we have some sort of catalyst to move us, whether we're going to move up or down. But if we do go down, we can see that this 422.42 is going to be a pretty strong support level if we come down to that. And if we break lower, that's what I'll be looking at, that 422.24 level. Yep, it absolutely is going to be that tune, please. Yeah, I completely agree on that. So XLF appears to be on the up curve. SPY right on this volume node, right here on this 423.54 level. It is bouncing off that. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to delete that. Don't need that right here. The yellow line is the preemptive range level, which we form in 5 minutes. That's funny, Roland. Yeah, I allow that thing to clean, just not during market hours because I don't want y'all to hear the hum of the vacuum. So, all right, XLK is let's see, it's right on the 21 here, the 21 EMA on the 5-minute chart. Q's slightly on the downtrend here. 8 and 21 are on the downside. You got the the little Italian pinch to the downside. On the 3-minute chart, be cautious of that. If it comes up and bounces off that 21, we could get some downside for the Qs, and it will bring SPY with it. And that's what we have to be cautious about if you're in calls. Financial sector is definitely getting a nice bounce. What's the VIX doing? Let's keep an eye on the VIX. Still on the uptrend here. Definitely on the uptrend of the VIX. 20 years right there. SPY is got this little green candle form in the 3-minute chart right off the volume node here. All right, so Qs are starting to sell off. We are 4 minutes. 4 minutes until we have our morning ranges done. So good stuff. While we're waiting for the morning range to form, if you have questions, throw them at me. I'll be happy to answer them as best of my ability. Don't want that. X that out. Another red candle's forming one after another here. I'm interested to see where this thing goes, though. We got almost here. Let's see if this is going to be a range day or a trend day. With this kind of volume to slow little chop, things aren't really moving much. I'm going to bet range, but we will see. XLF, that's going to bring in a question mark in the terms of the fall ability, quote unquote, for SPY. But at the end again, look at the VIX. VIX is starting to increase almost to an exponential level. We'll see. Just about, Cammy. We want confirmation, but just about. The FOMC meeting is going to be Wednesday, June 16th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central Time. So be on the lookout for that. That's June 16th on Wednesday, the FOMC meeting. That'll be an important thing, and we're probably going to set a range day until that. That's why don't jump the gun on some big moves today and tomorrow. I think a lot of people are going to be waiting for that to see what kind of what is going to be said there. And they're going to be holding a press conference for that as well. So just be on the lookout and don't make anything crazy moves until then. All right, it is 9:05. Time to set those ranges. I'm going to put them right there. Boom, boom. You know what? Let's do it for the Qs too. Let's do it for the Qs too. There, and of course, right there. All right, range set today is, man, a little over $1. So what is that? $1.09 is going to be the range today. Good job, Ian. Nicely done. Where's your bottom range line? Right there. Right there. What's up, Luke P? It's 9:05 Central Time, Q&A. Someone just said that the Discord audio is 5 minutes delayed. Is that true? I find that hard to believe. Is that true? Someone posting the Patreon and let me know if that's true. My internet connection is right now, the upload speed is over 300, so I know my internet connection is good. So let me know. Might be a Discord thing. I know last week Discord had some issues. All right, so right here at the bottom of the trend. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. My BIOS time on the computer is different from the time on my trading view. So right now it says it's 9:09, and my time says it's 9:06 on my computer. So it's a little off on that. But let me see if I can adjust that right now. I'll adjust it later. I'm aware of it now. Now I'll just go off the time on trading view. That's what it was. All right, so it's currently 9:12 my time right here. According to my iPhone, let's see here. I'll bring up the yeah, right now it's 9:12 on my trading view. I'll leave it up right there so y'all can see it. Let's go down to the 1 minute so you can see that while I'm waiting at the bottom of the range here. Currently got the 9:12 candle right there. So you all do your thing. All right, right here, right on the bottom of the range line here, and I'll see for the bounce here. If we get a bounce off this, especially with the XLF starting to get a little green to it, and then we'll see some calls here. There you go. Either way, the Patreon Discord should be spot on. It shouldn't have any delay at all. So either way. Anyway, let's get back to business here. XLF there. Let's go back to SPY. so we can watch this right off the bottom of the chart here, and I am close to dropping in some calls if we continue this bounce. There we go. Yes, they do. Patrons do get an exclusive Discord to listen in live on the audio. Not video, just audio. There's the bounce. All right. XLF, the VIX. VIX is starting to drop. Let's go XLK, Qs, and the SPY. All right, so I want to look at here. The EMAs are currently 8 is below the 21 right here. Currently on the bottom of this morning range here. The XLK wants to turn up. If we get a crossover here, it takes the Qs. I'm going to hop in some calls for the SPY right here. But I want these confirmation on the Q and XLK. So I'm going to keep the Qs down here permanently. I'm going to hover about here. So right here, SPY is currently right here. It can't quite get through that 21 EMA, which is fine. If we get that, then we'll take some calls in the upswing. But I really want the confirmation on the upswing here. And we'll see. I've currently got the 426 calls pulled up. Currently trading at, let's see, $1.02, $1.03. That's the bid ask on this. That's right, Cami. That's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for. $328 people watching now. Good stuff. Let's keep it rolling. Thank y'all for being here. Just trying to see if we can get confirmation off this bottom range line to take some calls in the upswing to play the range, or if this thing's going to break down and we'll take some puts. Either way, we'll see what goes. The past few weeks have been fantastic for the theta players. Not so much the scout players. It's been a hard market to trade in terms of going long or short, or long calls, long puts, because of this low volume, low confidence chop. And that's what we're going to look for. Hanging out in the 3-minute chart here, we've got these 3 green candles forming right on the 8 EMA. We want this 8 EMA to cross up and cross this 1 1. I was looking at the 1 minute. Never want to look at the 1 minute. In at 102, someone said. Not quite in there yet. I don't have quite the confirmation yet. XLK. Right here, right on top of the rates. Absolutely, you can. Yeah, if you do have the capital to play SPX, by all means. I play SPY publicly because most people I follow cannot play SPX. They don't have the capital for it. So we stick to SPY, which is fine by me. XLK is still batting. That's right. That's right. Still trading this little sideways stuff here. All right, SPY, the XLK is finally getting a little bit of an upswing here on the 3-minute chart. Let's take a look at the 5. Just with a little more time frames here. Off the 8 EMA, I want to take this out a little bit wider here. Let's see how that red candle forms on the 5-minute chart here. The squeeze momentum on the 5 for SPY, get a little, whoop, just flipped the red green as I was talking there. Got this little candle rejecting the 8 EMA. Currently making a batch of beef stock. Beautiful, Corey. Beautiful. All right, so this little green candle is just a nice low volume crap. I mean, this is ridiculous how low this volume has been, but we're all in waiting mode. People are in waiting mode. This is all retail buyers just duking it out, little bitty purchases in and out. So the Q's got rejected here. This big red candle on the 5-minute chart. It's a 3-minute chart. Let's go to the 5 here. Rejecting the 21 to the downside. And then the Q's or SPY is following suit on the 8 EMA. All right, all right. So, yep, these candles are barely moving on the 5. The volume's so low, even the 5-minute is just not enough movement. It's like I have to keep having to worry about flipping my screens to see if it's actually still connected to the internet. So I'm going to stay on the 3-minute. Here, I got SPY up top, Q's on the bottom. Around the market here, XLF. First tanked, it's kind of got a little green here, but mostly trading sideways here. XLK is the big indicator here for the Q's. We'll see if that thing's going to take and just go and have SPY with it. SPY here. currently trading flat on this little nonsense. Little nonsense. Blah, blah, blah. What's up, buddy? All right, so currently trending right here on the bottom of this range. Right here on the bottom of the range. I am chopping out the bits. I am. Or I guess Cammy. No, I'm definitely waiting to go, man. This, this sideways chop stuff is just boring to play. Absolutely. Zero. You would sell, if you want to take advantage of that, you would sell them. Sell puts and calls, do a strangle. Take advantage of the sideways chop. All right, so SPY currently right here at the bottom of this range here. Still no volume. Still no volume. Does not make for a high-quality live stream, and that is for sure, especially when you only trade in the ATFs. So if y'all have questions, comments, concerns, if you want to hear anything about me, ask away. What's going on? What do you want to know? Ask questions. Fills the time when we're waiting for this nonsense to fill out. Chomping, champing, whatever. Whatever. Your point of control on trading view is 423. Let's see. I'm on the 3-minute chart here. On the, I also have my extended hours on. So mine's 424.27. It looks like. How good were the pancakes? Fantastic. I didn't eat them, but I took a small bite to test them. But that's it. They were very good. That's right, Ian. There you go, just me. Just still learn the longs. Learn how things fluctuate. Learn how things are going, and then go into that. Of course, you need a lot. You need more capital to trade that stuff anyway. You need a higher level, like level 3, level 4, to be trading, selling strangles and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's right. Let's take a look. Yeah, the EMAs are just crammed in there, aren't they? Right on top of one another. So XLK, it's just nice little upward, flattish consolidation. The Qs, oh, we already got that on the bottom here. Right there. So the VIX. Slight uptrend on the VIX. Did I try Miracle again yet? I did not. I just can't bring myself to do it. In order for me to try Miracle Whip, I have to go buy a Miracle Whip. And I just can't bring myself to buy Miracle Whip. Little doji right here on the bottom. Why did you set the morning range at 10 and not 10:05? I waited till 10:05. Wanted to see how accurate you consider the signals. What do you mean, Framingham? Absolutely. Yeah. Well, what do you mean? Clarify your question, JRYS. All right, going back to the SPY. Little red foreman here on the SPY. Shit, maybe I need to play the 1 minute today just to get a little action. This is crazy. So little movement here. Just the 3 minutes boring me. Zero DTEs on the 1 minute. I might do that just to get a little action. This is just maybe throw one contract at it to feel a little, to feel something. I just want to feel something. This is crazy. One day when you're tired on the beach somewhere, the waiter comes and brings you a sandwich. You'd be like, "This is the best sandwich ever." What's the secret? Miracle Whip. When I'm like 90. Y'all are crazy. Have you tried almond extract in pancakes? Tastes like cherries. I haven't tried it in pancakes. I do use almond extract a lot in other things, but not in pancakes. See you, just me. Hit the beach. I do not, JRYS. I do not. I don't really see the point in it, honestly. That sounds like emotions coming in. Yep. If I was not joking, yes, that would be emotions, but I'm joking, obviously. Duke's mayonnaise is the riskiest I'll go with mayonnaise. So we're a Duke's family in this house, not a Hellman's. So boring we're talking about mayonnaise. That's crazy, isn't it? Man, I can't wait to get this, because as you know, I don't know if y'all realize, the whole point behind this system that I've gotten set up is to bring y'all better products. And on top of that, I'm going to start doing live video streams in addition to with the YouTube live streams. And then the podcast that is starting to grow, I want to make those video podcasts, kind of like the Joe Rogan style. Just to make it a little more personal. You see me, you see my face, my expressions, all that crap. Instead of just listening to my voice. Just bringing some video into it. So, can't wait to get that started, get a little bit of content coming on. Plus, I think it'll make for a little more entertaining video, educational video, instead of just looking at a chart screen. You can kind of see things moving and, hear me talk and stuff like that. Nobody wants to look at a screen all day, Just needs volume. That's right, Nathan. We need a little volume. Nothing. I haven't bought or sold anything. What kind of coffee do I drink? I like my coffee strong, with just a touch of milk, touch of sweetener. That's it. Not much. My wife is the other way around. My wife is like, "Hey, do you want any coffee with your sweetener?" But I'm not like that. Sometimes I drink lattes. Sometimes I drink Americano, espresso, stuff like that. What up, XX Unknown 161? Thanks for joining. Big red candle here forming on the 3 minute SPY. Right now at 423.48. And we're currently we're right now trending on the range that we closed at or bounced off of in the afternoon session on Friday before that rip into close. So be on the lookout right here. Do I drink a lot of coffee? Just in the morning. I drink one, maybe two in the morning. That's it. I could talk about mayo if you need some more content. Come on, let's talk about some mayo. Well, the name of the game there, John, is volume. Yes, we've been doing this little trickle up to all-time highs, which is not convincing to me at all, and it's not good for options plays either. We need volume, and right now the market is very timid. So we'll see what the FOMC brings. The VIX is certainly increasing. That's starting to look a little iffy. What's the K's doing? Big red candle on the K's. Looks like across the board there was a market red candle here. And then a second one to follow up with it, right below the range. Interesting. Yikes-a-mundo. Yikes-a-mundo. Y'all chill out with the exclamation marks. It's only down like 20 cents. I'm now going to have to get Dukes shipped to me by a friend in NOLA because of SPY trading. Isn't that random? Isn't that random? Maybe a dumb question. There's no such thing as a dumb question, but a 0 DTE 420 call sells $3. Wouldn't it be dumb to just buy 10 and scalp it? That's up to you. That's up to your level of risk tolerance. For me, 0 DTEs are too, I don't like playing them. I don't like playing them. All it takes is one wrong move and you get smoked out. Yes, it's fun to have 100% gain, but it's not a smart play. 0 DTEs are a good way to blow your crap up. That's why I don't touch them. 0 DTEs are the, it's like the condensed version of a penny stock. Same concept. They're fun and great and wonderful until you get smoked on them. It's a good way to bring your account to zero. It brings in too much brings in too volatility. I don't like my equity curve bouncing all over the place. When I look at my monthly equity curve, I don't like it. Huge fluctuations. I like nice steady stream up, a little bit of dips and valleys, a little bit here and there, but all nice steady stream up. And the 0 DTEs don't provide that. Smart trading. What was it like to trade options during the COVID market crash? It was wonderful. It was wonderful. It was literally buy a call. That's it. It was just blind buy call buying. That was it for 8 months. All you could do is buy a call, sit back, kick back, and relax and make your money. It was crazy. During the COVID market crash, like the actual crash, I wasn't trading that. All right, so that big red candle immediately got bought up. We got this green candle here forming right at the bottom of the range in the 3-minute chart. I do both. Right now, I'm not swinging anything, but once my confidence is back in the market holding overnight, I'll start swinging again. You'll use the VWAP? That's fine. I use the VWAP too. That green line on my indicator there on the SPY is the VWAP. So puts here if it trends down or calls to play the range. Well, that's two different questions. If we do get a trend day down, yeah, we'll play puts and hold them down to the trend day. But right now it looks like a range day. This thing keeps popping it back into the range. Lost $54 in playing calls too early. Should have held a little longer. Well, you just gotta wait. Qs right here, XLK. All right, if this continues to roll upwards, I'll look at take some calls to play the top of the range. If y'all new here, of course, you could follow me on Instagram, options.millionaire. You got the 821 cross coming up here on the 3-minute chart for SPY. I'm pretty much going to stay off the 5-minute for now. There's just not enough movement. I mean, look at this. It's just nothing's moving. All these candles got wicked out like crazy. Just a little crap nonsense here. 3-minute chart here, currently crossing through the 21, which looks like a good sign. Let's see what we can do. XLK, curling up. Qs, curling up. SPY. All right, I'm going to play some calls here. Stand by. All right, June 18th, 426 calls. They're currently at 104. Currently at 103. See if I can get this follow through here. I like this little bounce here. I'm going to see if I can ride this to the top. I'm not in anything yet. Currently looking at 104, 105 premiums. I just want to make sure this green candle doesn't get wicked out. I like this XLK and the Qs climbing here. That's a lot of green momentum there. Green Momo, 104. All right. Very close to taking calls here. Hitting VWAP, that's right. So bouncing off VWAP here, the 3-minute, the 8 and 21 is currently crossing up on the 3-minute chart. Bouncing off this huge volume profile node to the upstream. Little increase in buying volume here. So that's the biggest green candle we've had today, which is a good sign. 101 on the premiums. I don't want to jump the gun here and immediately get reversed for a bull trap. That's what I don't want. That's why I'm waiting. No worries. Whatever works for you, unknown. Whatever works for you. I love the EMAs. For me, I personally think they are crucial for my trading strategy. Currently down to 99 cents. Look at that. So immediately the strength died out. And that's why I didn't jump the gun. This is a new channel like I've never seen before. Like the content. Thanks, Greener. Appreciate you liking that. Thank you very much for being here. Had me worried if you got in there. I got off the puts off the bounce off the 8. Yeah, I wouldn't take either position there, honestly. That's right, Bob. Trust me, I was almost there too, but I wanted to see follow through with that green candle. So, and it got rejected here. However, on the 3-minute, we're still, well, that's XLK. XLK is still bouncing off that 21. Let's go to the SPY. It's still in the range. Until I see a move outside or up, I'm not taking anything. If the only way I'm taking puts is if, one, we break through the range on the little bit increase in volume, we pop the session lows, and then we have a follow-on red candle. Then I'll take some puts on the downside. The calls, I want to see a bounce off here and take out this range and possibly bust through. I want to see the crossover the 8 and 21 and then test the 34. What's up, James? How's it going? I got bamboozled. Nice Friends reference, Jared. Like it. Yeah, they do Toasty. It's labeled as June 21. It's 4 days from day, which is the 18th. Just waiting on a play, James. Just waiting on a play right here at the bottom of this range. Nice, Nemesis. Well done. All right, so right here, we had this big, strong, I guess not even strong, just a larger green candle come up, popped the 21, tested the 34, and rejected the 34. And now we're testing the bottom of the range again on the SPY. Let's go to the Qs here. Qs are a little more mellow, not quite as oscillated. It's been kind of the same way ever since pre-market. Just like nice downward trend. We had this crap and now back to the nice trend. And the XLKs is kind of mimicking the Qs. Financial sector bottomed out and is kind of trending here. The VIX still on this little uptrend, and that's what we need to be aware of. That's right, John. That's right. It's all about follow-on price confirmation. That's it. So now testing the bottom of the range again, which in my opinion looks a little bearish. Looks a little bearish. When we start seeing this hug of the bottom trend and then keeps popping the bottom popping, eventually we're going to break lower. That's what it looks like to me. Obviously there's no technical analysis behind that other than how it looks. But that's how I'm feeling. So going to the 5-minute chart, look at the 21. So today it's using on the 5-minute chart. It's popping through the 8 and coming up on the 21 and rejected that twice. And it's right now sandwiched between the lower range and the 21 EMA. Another red candle here selling off the green stuff that formed earlier this morning. We either get a bounce here or we're going down. And that's what we're looking at here. So we're currently testing the bottom of this range here, and it's just something's got to give. We're sandwiched in between the EMAs in this range, which is a strong support at this 423, which is the low from Friday's afternoon session. So it's just continuation on this. We had this big pop in the end, which we usually get this crazy, nasty action at the end of the day. And then we sold it back off, and here we are right back again on yesterday's lows. And if we break that, look for this 422.82 level, which is the pivot from the morning session. I'm glad, Danger. That's what it's all about, is just learning something. Patience isn't sexy, but patience is profitable. That's why I was able to do this for so long. I can't force a play just because everyone wants me to. That's how you get smoked. All right, so right here off the bottom of the range here, just waiting on the 8 EMA. If we pops the 8 EMA, we'll wait, see if we can climb on up. How was Yosemite? It was incredible. What's up, Bjorn? Yeah, it was incredible. If you've never been there, which I had never have until this time, mind-blowing. There's nothing like it in the world. Never seen anything like it. Nothing can prepare you for seeing that kind of geography for the first time. What's up, GW Fair Strikes? Yeah, it's all about learning. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with not taking a play. Learning, I mean, you have your whole life to trade. You do not have to jump into this. It's awesome stuff for you to learn and just be patient. I promise you that will pay off big time dividends. Toasty Spot just joined Patreon. Thank you very much, man. I had a ton of join this week. It's awesome stuff. It's awesome stuff. It's awesome stuff. All right, things are starting to climb up. So the Qs finally have the crossover in the 8 and 21. Let's take a look at XLK here. XLK is starting to climb SPY. You got that climb right there on the 8 and 21. Yeah, definitely, Bjorn. Definitely. All right, so we keep getting stuck in this little fake out scenario where you got green, red, green, red, green, red, and that's what I'm being super, super selective with my entry. I've got my calls propped up, ready to go. The calls bags are packed. I just got to send them home. Just got to send them home. It's all in the hips, baby. So currently trading at 99 cents. June 18th, 426 calls. I've got them pinned up, ready to go. I've got some green forming here on the 3-minute chart. Now I'm just waiting. My calls need a bump. You and me both, buddy. You and me both. Yes, weekend player. IV is the market sentiment on what's going to happen. The predicted move. The unknown to the known. That's where you get that IV move. Greener asks, is the ETF, is SPY the only ETF you trade? At the moment, yes. Where do you learn your technical analysis? Through years of experience, reading, asking people questions, everything. So yeah, I'm always looking to get better by reading and analyzing people. And I've developed my system, and along the way, I pick things up for people smarter than me, which is great. You always want to learn from people smarter than you, because there's always somebody smarter than you out there. And along the lines of this is the system, I boiled it down. The most recent addition, of course, is the ranges that I learned from Veteran Exotics, which has been an awesome addition. And the volume profile, which I learned more recently, which is also fantastic. It was very fantastic. That's right. It's very fulfilling, weekend player. Very fulfilling. So SPY looks like it wants to get that curve up, but it just can't do it. It just can't do it. There's no volume. SPY 5-minute possible 3-bar play. Well, that's where we're looking. Right now I'm more concerned with this 21 EMA, which is using it's a pretty hard top right now. So we're trading flat at the moment. Q is on the uptrend. K's is on the uptrend. SPY is right here. It looks like it wants to go up because look, XLK is finally getting some bids. What's the VIX doing? VIX is starting to decrease. You know what? I'm tired of waiting. I'm going to take a call. All right, 426 June 18th calls currently at $1, $1. I'm in. I got a bid for $1. All right, I'm in $1. Let's take a play here. In June, $1. 426 calls, entry $1. I'm gonna change this. Let's change this to green. I don't like that color green at all. Let's go here. In calls. And I'm gonna put the entry point right there. And let's change that to green. And this is just going to be probably a scalp, most likely. I'm going to scalp this to the top of the range here because I see some traction with Qs and the XLKs, which I like. So if not, the thing is with this one is that things are very slow moving. So even if I'm wrong, I can just get out quickly, no big deal. So, but things are starting to turn to the uptrend, and I'll play the range here and get out for a quick scalp. All right, so Italian pinch forming. There we go. Finally got some green forming here. What's the target price to sell it? What is it, $1.10 or $1? Let's say $1.11. I think that's 10%. That's quick public math. So let's see. And there we go. Greener, no, you're not bothering me at all, Greener. Ask as many questions as you want. How do you set up your range of support and resistance levels? All right, so we have our afternoon ranges. We have our morning ranges. Morning ranges are set from market open until 10:05 Eastern. 10:05 Eastern is on my screen. Let's see here. Bam. Is right about there. Which this is slightly off. This needs to be there. So there's 10:05. So that's the morning range here. So market open. You set the high, which is there. You set the low, which is on that candle right there. And this is your range. You play it in and out. These calls are currently trading at $1.06 on the ask. Let's see if we can get this thing a little higher. All right, so the Qs are currently climbing here. That looks pretty good. Let's take a look at the XLKs. Up and up and up. That's what I like to see. And any weakness I'll get out of these things here because this is a scalp play. I'm not looking for big percentage gains here. I'm just looking to get on the board with a win, especially after last week's disaster, and go from there. Big green candles forming. That's what I like to see. Let's get some movement going, shall we? That's what I like to see. All right. I like this play. Let's keep it going. Where's Cammy when I need it? We finally take a play and Cammy's ghost. What's going on, Cammy? You listening? 83 to 98. I'll take it. Good job, Bryson. I'll take it too. All right. So Q's forming. XLK is red. SPY is red. $1.05, $1.06. I'm watching that. Power A trade, you can view your net percentage gains. Yep, I do the math on my target, but the percentage gain is automatically shown on your Power A trade. My EMAs are set to 821 and 34. 821 and 34. Did you just place buy call forward what? No. A June 18th, 426 call. That's what I did. But it looks like we're getting some resistance, so I think I'm going to exit this position because I do not like this. I don't want to get rejected to the downside. So we'll wait it out here. We'll wait it out here. But, yep. So the VIX is downtrending. All right, let's go to the SPY here. I want to take a look at the 3-minute. So more red forming. Currently at break even, more red forming on the downside. But I want to look at the ADMAs here. We started to form this little bit of an uptrend. We finally got a crossover. If you zoom in tight, we do have a crossover for the 8 and 21. So I'm going to wait for this candle to bounce off the 8 and 21 and head upward. And that's what I'm looking for. big red candle on the XLF, which looks like it stalled things. XLK still on the uptrend though. Qs looking green. I don't know why I keep just out of habit. I keep flipping back to the Qs. So, yep. All right, XLF is tanking. I'm very close to watching. I don't like this XLF tanking like this right when I buy this position. I'm currently at break even 101, 102. The Qs are just up here. XLF is red. I'm at 101. Garbage. Well, XLF spoiled the fun for us. We were right up there. We were going good. We were up like, what, 3, 4, 5%. And XLF decided to tank and spoil the fun for us. So let's see what we can do here. I'm currently at break even. XLK, QQQ up here, SPY. It's just, the XLF just destroyed the momentum that we were just building there. Destroyed it. See if we get a little green to recuperate that a little bit. But on the 3-minute, we're still above the EMAs here. We'll see what happens. If we break below there, I'm closing out this position just because I don't want to get caught in chop. And the XLF isn't helping things. XLK, as things are rolling. QQQ, right up here again. FAANG is all green except for Microsoft, just Google. I counted 20 plus seconds between the Discord and YouTube live chat. Rain flat. Yep. About a couple of seconds, it should be. A couple of seconds. Nice, Bryson. Nice. Currently at the 8 EMA here on the 3 minute. I'm going to come to the 5. Right here. Stopped out again. What are your stops if you're stopped out? I'm only down a few cents on this. All right, let's see. 29-second delay on YouTube. Nice, nice. XLE, downward trend, XLK, green still. Qs are still green. Bounced out the big red candle, big green on the Q, I'm sorry. XLF, man, just can't get a bid. That's the problem. It stalled it. That XLF stalled the Momo. The Momo. Nice, Corey. 4% win is fantastic. Well done. Well done. All right. All right, so Q's getting a big green candle here. XLF is still weighing down the SPY. We're almost just about break even. We're at $1 right now. So we're 1 cent off break even. Yeah, just zero volume crap. Zero volume crap. All right, so XLF is just destroying this thing, man. It can't find a bottom. And yes, once the Qs do fall, this is going to roll hard. So I'm watching this position very closely. Yes, you have to watch here because right now with XLF showing putting this much weight, I mean, look at this. It's just tanking. Like we bought that position here, and then XLF just tanked. And SPY was doing great, but it's weighing it down. And then that's twice that XLF has bit me. Qs are still rising. Tech is still increasing, which is propping up SPY. So that's what we're really watching. If we get a bid, if we get a downward bid in the Qs, and it'll take it down. So we got to be careful here. Opening to 10:05 Eastern. The Qs are still on the increase. Still getting a bid. So Qs are looking strong. XLK is still looking strong. XLF just can't find a bottom. This is the problem child here. If this keeps up, I'm switching to the Qs, man. I'm switching to the Qs. This XLF is twice now bit me on the SPY. Until we get out of this range chop crap, I'm going to go to the Qs. I spent a bit of time in Canada. I like their coffee light and sweet. Interesting. Interesting. Yep. Until we have a little more conviction. I'm just tired of fighting XLF. That's twice. That has bit me. So, either way, we're only down 2 cents. So no big deal. We'll see if we can get out of this and then go from there. What's the VIX doing? VIX is increasing slightly. And XLF just can't find a bid. Let's go to the 20-year bonds, down. VIX slightly increasing. What's up, Chris? All right, I took a call here on this little volume, on this big green candle. Took a volume, got up here. We were up to like 107, I think. And then XLF did this. This was XLF. Tanked and brought SPY with it. Stalled the Momo. The Qs are still on the increase. XLK is still on the increase, which is good. SPY is trying to figure out what's going on here. And we are in this June 18th, 426 call at 101. Yes, if you don't want to risk anything, obviously you stop. I'm not using stop right now because I'm watching this very closely. There's no volume. I'm currently just a hair in the break even. What is it, 97 or 96 cents right now, so dropping a little bit. And I'm waiting for this rebound here. Currently at the bottom of the range here. XLK is still getting the green candles upwards. XLF Finally got a little green here. Let's see if we can get that rebound from SPY with the bounce in XLF. That's right, B-Rad. That's right. The XLF is always acting up. It's craziness. This is low volume stuff, man. There's no confidence in the market. None. This is so boring to trade. It's been like this since May, which is the first time it's been like this for this long since I can remember in this Corona stuff. If I'm bored, I can always scalp AMC. You're funny. Hey, at this point, man, I just want some action. It's been a couple of weeks been doing this stuff. I missed my 52% gains. That's right, Ben. All right, so a little bit of red forming here on K and the Qs, XLF. Bottomed out, it looks like. VIX still on the increase. All right, XLF is just tanking this position altogether. It's just bringing it down. I'm about close to closing out this position. Another smoke position from XLF. Qs wants to roll, XLK wants to roll. However, we're still right here at the bottom of this range, so I don't want to be too quick here because we're still in a range day scenario. Still got this little green forming here. I'm just forming a strategy. and being cautious. I'm only down 5 cents, so. Thoughts on the ATF and why we should dissolve them? I have my. Are you talking about the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms? Yeah, I have my thoughts on that, but that'll cross into political lines, so I won't discuss that. That's not a terrible play, Ben. That's not a terrible play. I don't trust all-time highs at low volume, for sure. All right, so we're right here at the bottom of this range here. I'm waiting for things to shake out. XLK and Q are still getting a nice little bid, and I'm staying on the wood. And just because things aren't moving, I'm not getting any indications on the 3 and 5. So I'm staying on the wood around 1 because his volume is just abysmal. I'm seeing how things roll. XLF is still here. It's at the bottom. Hopefully, we get a little climb. And we're just waiting. All right, so the squeeze moment on the 5 minute appears to be trending back towards a squeeze and flipping to the green, hopefully. Right here, the 3 minute is still in the squeeze, is flipping back and forth red to green. And there's the 1 minute right here, right at the bottom of the range. That's right, Ben. And if you go look and take a look back at what, January 2018 and July and into February, you've got this 15% displacement above the 200 MA. And then when it was that egregious, I think it almost hit 16%. We tanked. We fully recouped that. We fully retraced that displacement. So that's what I anticipate being. It's just right now we're waiting on until the thing is. But the problem with 2020 and 2021 is that we are an unprecedented time. We have monetary policy. That's the whole reason. So you have to kind of, you have to detach yourself from traditional quote unquote logic because we have this monetary policy. It's a reason why there were two kinds of people in 2020. The people that understood monetary policy and made a lot of money, and the people that called tops, fought it, and they lost a crap ton of money. There's a crap ton of people that lost a crap ton of money in the history's biggest bull market, which was 2020, because they didn't understand what was going on. They fought it, they called tops, and they lost money. That was me in December. I started doing that in December, but it took me 11 months to get to that point because I was like, all right, this is crazy. At some point, it's got to come back down. And that was me. And that's kind of where I switched over to the SPY only. All right, finally dropping below the bottom of the range here. Not liking what I see. The Qs right at the top. XLF is what's causing havoc on everything. Just this huge dip. We bought the position there. XLF tanked. Brought it with it. Q is still on the uptrend. XLK is still on the uptrend. And then the SPY is currently right here at the bottom. How bad does theta affect you on a chop day? 1 hour position, 1 week. 1 hour, not too much. It still will affect you. 1 week. It depends how long you're holding the position. If you're in and out, it's not going to be too big of a player. But does XLF have an inverse relationship with the Qs? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. But XLF is part of SPY, which is not part of the Qs. I'm out of this position. Close it. At 91. I'm out. Let me post this. Hey, 3 losses in a row. That's the first time I've done that in a long time. 0.91. All right, so this slow little chop crap still reigns king. Yeah, no kidding, Ben. No kidding. But I'm pretty close to puts if this crap keeps up. XLF is down. Qs is about to roll. If Qs roll, SPY is really going to tank. All right, so let's just watch here. No, you're fine. You're fine. It happens. It happens. All right, so right here at the bottom of the range is green. I'm sure this thing will rip now that I'm out, and XLF is there. Either way, this is not fun stuff to trade. This is the guys, the theta guys. Anybody playing theta right now, this is where you're going to start winning. This little chop crap, especially when a little bitty dip in XLF can take out your position. All right, so I'm going to take a watch here. No, I wasn't distracted by anything, Nathan. I was confident in that play, but you can't predict XLF tanking 38 seconds after I buy it. You know, I'm not a noob. I've been doing this for almost a decade. I don't take a position when I'm distracted. All right, so still right here at the bottom of this little range here, and this is more boring stuff to play. I'm not taking another position here. If I do, it'll probably be on the Qs because I'm tired of dealing with XLF until we break out some confidence and go from there. Yep, if it rolls, definitely Q puts. So there's a Q's there, and SPY's right at the top. Known to be no one. Yep. How do you play theta? You do sell calls and puts. Yep. You can also do it the other way around too. You don't have to sell them to play those calls, but you're playing the opposite side of the coin there too. No, KDW, I'm not. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here we go. I need to take this out. Yep, crappy market, John. Crappy market. Not a fun market to trade. It's not even following the ranges at this point. It's just stuck right here. This is not even a range day. This is just sideways crap, just right here. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, it's all about learning. If you go into the theta room, which I highly encourage, it's great stuff to learn there. Just come with an open mind and learn. This is not about making money. This is about learning how to make money. So come with the mindset of knowledge, and you'll do great. You'll do great. So I'm going to be on here for about another 20 minutes and get off here at 11 o'clock. There's just nothing here really to talk about here with this crappy market until we get some movement. This is more the norm, it seems. More the norm. If I do take a trade, I think I'm going to test a Q trade on the next one. See how that goes. Just take XLF completely out of the equation. Right here at the bottom of this little range line here, approaching the point of control on the, let's go to the 3 minute here. On the 3 minute, the point of control is way up there. Let's go to the 5. Right at the point of control on the 5 minute chart, right below it. ADMA, the EMAs are down, currently using the ADMA as a springboard to the downside. XLK has got a little dip in the action here, and the F finding a little bit of a bounce. A little bit of bounce. All right, so we got embraced in action. I'll go ahead and do some announcements here. A lot of stuff I've been working on this weekend and building. First of all, if you are part of the Patreon community, you already know that I've got the personal budgeting tool coming out. It's going to be, I'm wrapping up a few odds and ends on it, and that's going to be released soon for the Tier 2 customers. Podcast is rocking and rolling. We got number 3 coming out, podcast episode number 3 coming out. And of course, a couple of other things which are pretty fun. As you all know, soon I'm going to be trading. I'm going to be adding the Qs into this strategy, the SPY. So instead of SPY only, it's going to be the Qs. I've been thinking about this for a while, especially watching the Qs back and forth. And then today is a perfect example of why I want to start incorporating the Qs, because it's less manipulated than with the XLF, and with this choppy nonsense, I think it's a little easier to trade. So eventually I'm going to be rolling in the Q trades into it. Instead of SPY only, it's going to be like an ETF raid. ETF room instead of SPY only. And then in addition to that, I'm going to be start talking about some advanced option strategies. Selling, writing calls and puts, strangles and straddles, stuff like that. And I'm going to be more a part of the Theta group. It's something that I'm becoming more comfortable with. I've been testing behind the scenes. It's doing very well for me. On days like this, it's absolutely. And people ask me all the time, "Are you selling or writing any calls or puts behind the scenes?" And I've been testing it. It's been working very well for me. I want to be sure I can translate that to a teaching environment with y'all, and I'm pretty much there. So I'm going to start engaging with that. I'm going to be making videos on advanced option strategies going forward. So I want y'all to have a one-stop shop with not only just trading SPY, but trading ETFs, how to trade ETFs, advanced option strategies, not just long calls, long puts, but short puts, short calls, and some strangles and straddles. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be coming here in June, July. I'm going to be, yeah, that's right, Chris. I'm going to be more and more part of the Theta group. So be on the lookout for that. That's right, MMA. Yeah. So, and plus it's going to make for a little more lively live stream. When SPY is dead, it's not just a bunch of dead silence and me just yapping. I can flip back and forth between the Qs and SPY, maybe even trade a little VIX. Just make things a little more volatile, make things a little more fun, and try to get some trades in instead of forcing the trade on the SPY. So this sideways market is not good for anybody. Does the podcast name match your YouTube name? Reed, no, it doesn't. The podcast name is Making Millionaires, and that's through the Patreon. And we'll post a link for the Patreon here if you want to go check that out. So yeah, just a couple of different things there. I'm gonna, with the podcast coming on, you can hear a lot of cool stuff. A lot of people coming on there to talk. A lot of the titans of the industry in our room and outside. Different experiences. I'm gonna have real estate people coming on there. I'm gonna have investing people coming on there, budgeting people, all that stuff. We're gonna be talking about everything financially related. So be on the lookout for that as well. In addition to that, I'm going to do a challenge. I've finally jumped on the bandwagon. I was against it at first, but people want it. So I'm going to be doing a $1,000 to $25,000 challenge. So be on the lookout for that. And you'll see everything. I opened up an account. I put a grand in there, and you'll see everything. You'll see the trades. You'll see the balances. You'll see me doing trades live stream. So you'll be getting that. So be on the lookout for that as well. I'm also open a Twitch account, so I'm going to be doing some streaming on Twitch as well as YouTube. So people who want Twitch, so I'm going to kind of access everyone, both sides of the coin. And then in addition to that, I'll be only streaming on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I'm going to post all this in an announcement, on a server announcement, so you'll get it in writing. But yeah, the Tuesdays and Thursdays will be my content creation days. I'll no longer be streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Just a lot of changes coming. A lot of changes. I want to bring y'all the best product I can. A one-stop shop for all things options related investing in a very safe and responsible manner. But I'm very excited to read. I know I keep mentioning the personal budgeting tool. It's something I've been wanting to release for a long time, for years before I even became this. So it's really cool. I want to get y'all's opinion on it and have other people use it. So I'm excited about that. And here you go, Reed. I am posting that link in the in the room. Will you still be trading on Tuesdays and Thursdays? Yes, I'll still be trading. I just won't be live streaming them. I'll still be busy, MMA. I just won't be live streaming because I'll be doing content creation. I'll be doing interviews that come along with future strategy, stuff like that, podcast, everything. Yes, correct dimension. You shall. I'm going to miss the calming voice on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah, me too. Me too. Plus, sitting here on sideways chop like this, I don't think it helps anybody. This is just boring crap. And I'd rather use my time wisely until we break out of this. If there's an outlier day, if there's something crazy going on, obviously onesies and twosies, I'll jump on and do a live stream and trade some popular action. But most of the time, I'm stick to the Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays schedule. That'll be good for everybody. So 10 more minutes on here today. I'm going to sign off for the live stream today for the morning session, and I might be back on if we get some action in the later half of the day. XLK here, green. XLF, a little bit of green there. That's right, Ben. That's right. Another tool for the kit. Yeah, Robert. Absolutely. Because I did a lot of thinking. My system works great for me in terms of SPY only. But if I'm going to be in a teaching environment, I want to give you all the best product. And I have a lot of experience to give, and I don't think I'm fully utilizing it, purely doing long calls, long puts on SPY. Yes, it works very well, obviously. But in teaching everyone, I want to give you all the full experience. So if we need to do other stuff, then I will do that. And we'll, try to grow a good product here and have the Qs, XLK, or the SPY, and then, of course, the advanced option strategies. So be on the lookout for that. I don't even know what you consider this. This is not even like a range day. This is just, bleh. I mean, technically it is range day. I'm being ridiculous, but yeah, I mean, it's just right here at the bottom, just sticking here since what? For now, going on 2 hours. It's been right here. This nasty, nasty crap. And the thing is, though, like at these all-time highs, like this, it's hard to play the volume profile. There's not much up here, because we're at all-time highs. So it's like, what data do you go off in terms of volume? Yes, we can look at support down here at 420, like 420 levels. Well, we have a little bit here you can kind of form in 422, but there's nothing up here, obviously, because there's nothing up there. So now what you're looking for is an injection of volume. And that's the key, VIX and volume. What do you think about the saying that writing contracts is like picking up pennies in front of a train? Oh, man. I assume you mean by the unlimited risk type things. But that's why, I mean, if with SPY and the stuff that I've done in the past, it's been very, very lucrative. It's been very easy, and I guess I use the word easy lightly. But if you play it right, it's safe. It's safe. If you know how to play them. Especially on like weeks like this. We've been in this little chop session for weeks now. It's just been boring. So if you're looking at like the bull rally of 2020, that's one thing. But I mean, look, let's come to the 1 month, not the 1 year, right here. Look at this. since May 24th. Or let's see, May 21st, 418. Look at this little small range. Just nasty. This is a theta dream right here. Look at that. It's crazy. It's a theta dream. So that's why I wanted to play it. You know, at least play it publicly. XLF tanking again. Oh, it's a 30-minute chart. Hold on. No, it's not. Never mind. Jumped the gun on that one. I was on the wrong chart. 3-minute chart right here. It is on the downtrend a little bit, but not tanking. Let's take that candle off. There you go. That's right. Yep, that's right. Plus, it'll give me a lot more volume or a lot more content for videos too, teaching y'all about the advanced strategies. Yep, the Qs are currently on the uptrend here, right at the top of their range. XLF downtrending again. XLK is on the up. So I'm gonna develop a Q watch list. A Q watch list for the day. Let's take a look. All right, so for the Qs, I'm going to look at 345 calls. And that puts me at a delta of 0.33, I'm sorry. 60% IV and $1.31 premiums. And then the put side, let's take a look at the reciprocal. Looks like 339, currently at 342. 339 is 3.3136. I'm going to take 340 puts. Let's make those purple right here. Oh, that's co. All right, that's not good. All right, so I have to do both then. All right, cool. You know what? I'll just take SPY off the table for today. I know the feeling, John. I feel you. All right, so the Qs is currently right at the top of their range. SPY still stuck there. Anyway, I got 2 more minutes to the 11 o'clock, and I'll be signing off here in a couple of minutes. So if you have any questions, concerns, throw them at me. Am I trading now Qs? I'm going to start incorporating into my system. Yep, and I'm going to do a formal announcement today with everything I just announced on the live stream. I'll do it in writing so everyone knows. I just want to make a few changes to the betterment of the community for sure. Ryan asked, hey, what what on the watch list? Yep. So right here, the Qs are on the watch list here. I checked out the, and these are going to be the same entry points as SPY, same indicators. It's just going to be, obviously different ATF, and it's not going to have a couple other stuff in it. But I'm choosing I use the deltas to choose these, which is right around the 0.3, 0.35, 0.4, right in that range. And today I chose the 0.34s, 0.33s. So, and the volume too. I'm also looking at volume, because especially as I'm getting more and more familiar doing this system on the Qs, the volume itself I want to look at, because 11,000 volume 7,000. I don't want to look at volume that's in the hundreds, which happens on the Qs. So that's one thing you have to be aware of, is that slightly less liquidity than the SPYs. Now the Q is currently breaking out the top of the range here. XLKs looking up, and the Fs still down, still down. That's a good question, Bob. Blah blah. I've been thinking about that myself. So it all depends on how this rolls. If it gets a lot of traction and it gets to the point where there's too much mixing, then I'll create the own Q channel. We'll see. That's a good question though. Yeah, so SPY is, or Qs are starting to run up to the top of their range. SPY is still flat. Still flat. I am now, economist. I am now. Anyway, it is 11 o'clock, a little past 11 o'clock my time. I'm going to sign off here, go get some stuff done. I got to create some content and do some other things. So I'll be monitoring the Discord still. If you got any questions, throw them at me. You can at me at any time at OptionsMillionaire in the Discord room. You can shoot me an email at OptionsMillionaire2020 at gmail.com. And, of course, hit us up on Instagram, options.millionaire. Of course, be on the lookout for the podcast coming out this Thursday. That's be episode number 3. The link's in the Patreon that I posted in the YouTube live chat. Hope you all learned a little something today. Never stop with the questions. I love answering. I love helping as much as I can. That's why I'm making these changes to kind of bring y'all a more rounded product. So anyway, I'm out of here. This is Options Millionaire. It is 6:14, the morning session of June 14th, the Monday morning. Hopefully we can get a little movement more into the week. Let's be on all be on the lookout for the FOMC on Wednesday, which might bring a little volatility. Hopefully it brings. At this point, I'll take whatever we can get, up or down. Let's just get a little something. This crap is boring. Anyway, let me know if you got any questions. I'm out of here. I'm going to go eat some lunch, do some fitness, and work on some content. So I'm out of here. Y'all take it easy. I'll see you this afternoon. Out.